আপনাদের সঙ্গে আছে আমি সৈয়দ আশিক রহমান। আমাদের আজকের অতিথি বাংলাদেশে ডেনমার্কের রাষ্ট্রদূত হার এক্সেলেন্সি উইনি স্ট্র্যাপ পিটারসেন। Very welcome, Your Excellency, at RTV studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Actually,
for inviting me.
It's our pleasure, and we're really honored to have you in our studio. Let us start with Milestone Relations. This year, we are celebrating 50 years of bilateral relations between Denmark and Bangladesh. Why do you see this relationship over in coming days? Would you please share your experience with us so far?
Very well. So far, I've been 3.5 years in Bangladesh. It's been my utmost pleasure. Bangladesh is a very dynamic country. It's incredible growth, also despite of COVID, and also remarkably remarking achievements in when it comes to poverty reduction and development in the rural areas. So it's very interesting to be part of that journey for a time in a diplomat's life. I'm also enthralled because the Danish-Bangladesh relationship is very strong, it's very comprehensive, so there's a lot of areas to work with. Very
Wonderful, very happy to know. Thank you for your comments. Well, Excellency, Bangladesh and Denmark are enjoying excellent bilateral relations. How do you anticipate these relations developing further in coming days?
In only 2 weeks, we will mark 50 years of diplomatic relations. It has been a wonderful journey from, following Bangladesh's development from the early days, humanitarian aid, going into development aid, being part of that development journey also. And over the past couple of decades, our trade relations have gained more importance. We're still providing development assistance, humanitarian assistance to the Rohingyas and the host communities. But as we go forward, I see we go into a stronger and stronger political and trade relationship between our countries, and that will be very interesting. So we grow up together, Denmark and Bangladesh.
Ambassador Winnie Petersen, as a developing country making a lot of progress, in your view, what are the challenges for Bangladesh in near future and what are the opportunities as well?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities, if I start there, witnessed by the increasing interest of Danish companies. Big ones, small ones. At present, we have some 50 Danish companies, which is quite a lot for a small country like Denmark, engaged somehow or other in Bangladesh. And as we go forward, I see a scope for going green together, the climate agenda.
Exactly.
And so that also presents a lot of opportunities.
What are the investment volume of Danish companies in Bangladesh? In your view, what more does Bangladesh need?
As I said, we are a small country and small economy. The investment volume is not large. I think what is more interesting is the exchange, commercial exchange between our countries. Of course, Bangladesh exports much more to Denmark than Denmark exports to Bangladesh. We would like to see that leveled up somehow. But Danish companies are interested. There are important investments among some of the companies setting up production facilities here.
And which sector do you think to invest lucrative actually for Bangladesh and Denmark? What is the most interesting sectors?
The funny thing is that it's very spread out. One of our companies is setting up facilities for producing milk, another for producing insulin, Maersk Shipping, they are also interested in investing, bearing witness also to the dynamic development of Bangladesh.
Exactly, sir. The Maersk Shipping, Maersk line, as we know, and Bangladesh is one of the biggest garments textiles exporter to the world, and we need the very good shipment and transportation. But due to Corona, during this pandemic, it harms actually interrupted, and there was a big challenges about the supply chain.
Yeah, I think I'll not go into the problems of this crisis during COVID. I think they've been doing good, but there's a lot of bottlenecks globally around the different trade routes.
During the COVID situation.
Too many containers in the wrong place.
Exactly,
maybe,
exactly. Not only wrong places, actually the chain was interrupted.
Absolutely.
And due to COVID situation, whole world just stuck. And to find the way how to make it more dynamic or more faster way, because this pandemic actually shows lots of things, and the world must get learn from it. That how to handle the situation like pandemic. Maybe after sometimes we'll find another more 2-3 pandemics. Who knows? So it is an opportunity to build up ourselves, get the challenges, how to manage the challenges, manage the crisis.
And I think all the sectors and the private sector, they are ingenious.
Genius.
And they find ways, or they drown or they swim.
I agree with you fully.
So I'm sure they have learned a lot throughout COVID, and it's ever changing, going in and out of restrictions. So finding ways of doing business, and I'm also sure that the shipping companies have done a good job.
Exactly.
Maersk and others.
Exactly.
Prices have increased. I think they'll come down again to a more normal level.
Very
with
important.
Time.
Let's see. Hope for the best. Ambassador Winnie Petersen, let us have a break to give time to our viewers. After the break, we shall review on other issues of mutual and economic interests. দর্শক দেখছেন আন্তর্জাতিক সম্পর্ক উন্নয়ন বিষয়ক আরটিভি নিয়মিত অনুষ্ঠান ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোন। এই পর্যায়ে নিচ্ছি বিরতি, ফিরছি একটু পরেই। সে পর্যন্ত আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন। আবারও আমন্ত্রণ ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোনে। আজ কথা বলছিলাম বাংলাদেশের ডেনমার্কের রাষ্ট্রদূত হার এক্সেলেন্সি উইনি স্ট্র্যাপ পিটারসেনের সঙ্গে। Welcome again, Excellency, at RTV Studio. Well, Excellency, experts are says about opportunities on green strategic partnership in Asia. How do you think this will help in elevating ties between Denmark and Bangladesh?
I think it has a lot of potential. Both Bangladesh and Denmark have a strong commitment to the climate agenda, the broad ones, to the green transition. Bangladesh, as you know, a lot of industry and the rapid industrial growth has also come at a cost on the environment and on the resources. I think Denmark is in a very good position to partner with Bangladesh for this green transition, which will also ensure that these generations of Bangladeshis can hand over a livable and even better Bangladesh to the coming.
Excellent. In your view, how does Denmark government can cooperate Bangladesh garments industry to enhance productivity and facilitating more use of energy efficient technology?
Oh, we are working with the garment industry here in so many ways. First, before going into that, let me recognize that the garment industry here is very advanced. Also, when it comes to the green transition, having more than 150 LED or green factories, that's an amazing achievement. Now, how can Denmark partner? We do partner. We bring in companies, Danish companies, with green solutions for more effectiveness in using water, in using electricity, in green energy, more efficient, better quality colors, etc. There's a lot of niches around this sector. We are also working with IFC, the World Bank branch for private sector, to help the industry reduce their consumption of the water and energy.
And power, energy. Which Danish company, Excellency?
Let me think. It's Novozymes, for instance, is a Danish company.
Very well known.
Yeah, very well known, selling enzymes so that you can use less water, less color, less pollution of the water. And it's not a chemical, it's a natural solution.
Thank you, Excellency. দর্শক দেখছেন আন্তর্জাতিক সম্পর্ক উন্নয়ন বিষয়ক আরটিভির নিয়মিত অনুষ্ঠান ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোন। এই পর্যায়ে নিচ্ছি বিরতি, ফিরছি একটু পরেই। সে পর্যন্ত আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন। আবারও আমন্ত্রণ ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোনে। আজ কথা বলছিলাম বাংলাদেশের ডেনমার্কের রাষ্ট্রদূত হার এক্সেলেন্সি উইনি স্ট্র্যাপ পিটারসেনের সঙ্গে। ওয়েলকাম এগেইন, Excellency, at RTV studio. Agriculture is the dominant economic activity in Bangladesh and regarded as the lifeline of the Bangladeshi economy. How Danish government may unlock opportunities for Bangladesh?
Well, Bangladesh has been doing very well in agriculture, and Denmark is happy to have been part of it. Through development cooperation, we have contributed to the training of hundreds of thousands of poor farmers, most of all. But Bangladesh agriculture and agribusiness has an immense potential already now. It hit the 1 billion mark from the exports of these products. The challenges maybe are the fragmented market, many individual farmers, that's the reality of rural life often. And of course climate and climate threats and geographic. But the sector is seeing more and more growth, more and more interest also for more technological development and solutions in the sector. So that's where I see the Danish private sector can come in. We have a very, very developed agricultural sector in Denmark. A lot of solutions. Climate and conditions are, of course, different, very much different, but I'm sure that there are also solutions which can be used in Bangladesh, or at least inspire Bangladesh also to develop its own.
Excellency Winnie, we have talked about a couple of areas where Denmark is definitely interested or has already pledged their support to Bangladesh. Are there any sectors we have not spoken about where Denmark has either given financial support or technical support in any development sectors?
Yeah, we have talked about the RNG sector. But there's one issue I would like to mention also, namely circularity, not only in the RNG sector, but also in other areas. But circularity in fashion is one issue that I would like to mention here. There's a circular fashion partnership project here in Bangladesh between the Danish Global Fashion Agenda and BDMEA. So they have made studies showing the enormous potential of recycling all the clippings from the R&D production and reuse that. That could save huge amounts in import, good for the economy, good for the nature and environment. So,
wonderful. Excellency Ambassador, most of the cases, Bangladesh and other third world countries are suffering for climate changes. As you mentioned earlier, do you think developed countries compensate the developing countries?
Well, this is a very touchy subject and the subject of a lot of discussions in the different COPs.
Working for the right, yes, we must get it.
We have agreed globally in the COP to provide let me get it right, $100 billion per year in climate finance for the developing countries. So we must, Denmark is committed to honor that. Of course, as I said, we are a small country, but we have committed to provide at least $500 million per year globally, where Bangladesh would
Well.
also be liable for one part, and to invest both in climate adaptation
Well.
and climate mitigation through the international mechanisms. Denmark has also committed to reach 1% of this collective 100 billion US
Wonderful.
dollar, which is way beyond our relative share of
That's
that
great.
bill. But we do have a government in Denmark very much committed to work on the green agenda, on the climate agenda,
That's great.
both in Denmark but also internationally and globally. So that will also, or it is already materializing
That's
in
great. That's
Bangladesh also.
Thank you, Excellency. Can you please share any success story through your last country program and new program planning in Bangladesh?
I would like to mention one success story.
Well.
We have many, but one in particular. We have been working with the Ministry for Women and Children Affairs for the
Wonderful.
past 21 years,
Well.
making one-stop shops for gender-based violence,
Well.
bringing together 11 line ministries. That means the ministry, health, police, law ministry, all the broad range of stakeholders in giving particularly women, of course, a solution to their gender-based violence problems. That program will end next summer, in half a year's time, and the Ministry of Women's and Children's Affairs will take over fully the responsibility and the financing of that program. So that I think that's just showing the commitment on Bangladeshi side. We've been working together in 21 years, and now we can hand over our joint baby here in safe hands. That's a really good story.
Excellent, excellent. Wow. Excellency, we are almost end of the program. Any final thought you want to share with our viewers?
A lot of potential for both broadening the Danish-Bangladeshi relationships, broadening and also deepening. As we are going into the anniversary of 50 years, golden anniversary of our diplomatic relations early next month, we are trying to pull together all the stories where Denmark has somehow left a fingerprint in Bangladesh, in persons, in regions, in sectors, etc. And there are so many stories, from agriculture to milk to women to human rights and democracy. And I only see this relationship strengthening in the years to come, going green, with a lot of commitment and engagement and broadening out to other sectors.
So potentialities. Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Excellency, for your time and sharing your views with us. We wish you good health, success and prosperity.
Thank you very much for receiving me here. Thank you.
দর্শক, বাংলাদেশ ও ডেনমার্কের মধ্যে রয়েছে টেকসই ও দীর্ঘমেয়াদী অংশীদারিত্বের ও দ্বিপাক্ষীয় বৈদেশিক সম্পর্ক। বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতার পর থেকে এই দুই দেশের মধ্যে বন্ধুত্বপূর্ণ সম্পর্ক গড়ে উঠেছে। দুই দেশের মধ্যে ব্যবসা বাণিজ্য উন্নয়ন সহযোগিতাও অব্যাহত রয়েছে। ফলে বিকাশমান অর্থনীতির বাজার হিসেবে বাংলাদেশের চাহিদার কথা বলেছেন মাননীয় রাষ্ট্রদূত হার এক্সেলেন্সি উইনি স্ট্র্যাপ পিটারসেন। আসছে সময়ে বাণিজ্য বৃদ্ধি সহ সহযোগিতার এই ক্ষেত্র আরও প্রসারিত হোক, সেই প্রত্যাশায় শেষ করছি আজকের ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোন। এতক্ষণ আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকার জন্য ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে।
For more updates, subscribe and press the bell icon on YouTube app and never miss another update.